What's going on, guys? Before we get into this video, I want to apologize to you guys. It might be a little windy while I make this recording, so I apologize for the wind you might hear. But anyway, this is day 19, part 2, guys. I just wanted to talk about something that someone mentioned on YouTube. I woke up just probably like 45 minutes ago or something like that. Walked around town, hopped on the Wi-Fi, started looking at Twitter, Facebook, the fundraiser, and I got on YouTube and saw that someone left me a comment. Someone by the name of LF or GF Grizzly or something like that. I'm sorry, I don't mean to butcher your name, bud. And this video isn't here to like talk shit to you or run my mouth to you. I just want everyone to understand. Now, the comment that this guy left me was that he felt trying to raise another $2,500 for my cause is too much money. That I've already raised about $500 and that should be enough to live off of. Now, what most of you guys fail to understand, if you guys are 17 and below, most of you guys are living either in a dorm room, you're living with your family, or you're living with a friend. You're not paying rent, you're not paying bills, you're not paying for much if you are paying for anything at all. And with that being said, guys, when you move into an apartment, when you move into a rooming house, and you move on your own, the hardest part and the biggest drain on your wallet is moving into an apartment. This being because that when you move into an apartment or into a rooming house, that they expect a month's security and a month's rent. Now, as I told you guys in previous videos, that I do not live in a cheap area, a poor area. This is a very rich county. A lot of rich people live here, and the cost of living here is very high. With that being said, that's why I'm trying to raise $3,000, because realistically, to move into a rooming house, for instance, would cost me near $2,000 just to move in, because it's a month's security and a month's rent. And the cheapest rooming house right now is about $800. So $800 plus $800 is $1,600. And then that's the cheapest one I found. The most expensive one goes up to $1,100. But anyway, that's the point I'm trying to make to you guys, to make you understand that $3,000 seems like a lot and it's a really big goal to go for, and that $500 seems like it's a lot of money and that I could live off it for a couple months. But the real truth is, when you don't have a place to live, when you don't have a job, $500 is nothing. Because if I were to use that $500 right now, I would use it to go get myself a motel room or a hotel room, whatever. I mean, they're a little different, obviously, a motel to hotel. And the cheapest motel around here is $100. And that's a night. So $100 a night, that gives me 5 nights. Now, that's not including having to go buy my own food. I also have to, buy bathing products, such as shaving cream, a razor, shampoo, deodorant, yada, yada, yada. Food, I would have to buy food. And, food can go anywhere between $100 to $150, even $200, depending on how much you eat, or how, what you like to eat, or if you get organic, or if you get the name brand, or whatever. Food adds up. Holy shit. Sorry, guys, I am getting tongue-tied. But anyway, that's the point I'm trying to get across to you guys, is that, $500 may seem like a lot of money, but it is really not as much as you think it is when you don't have a place to live, and you live in an area that's already very expensive to begin with. Now you guys are like, so, well, why don't you get out of it and go someplace where it's cheaper? I do not have the money to leave. And if I were to take that $500 to use to leave, I would still have no place to live and still continue to try and have to re-raise money in order to get a place that's cheaper regardless. So realistically, if I were to get $3,000, I might try to leave this area and go someplace where it's more affordable. Where then that money would last me a long time. But the real reason why I don't leave this area, for one, is because I don't have the money to. 2, my mother lives in this town, and she's old, she's very sickly, and as I said in previous videos, my uncle passed away about 2 to 3 weeks before Christmas came. So she's still grieving, she's still having a hard time dealing with that. Not only that, my mother's, disabled. What I mean by disabled is that she's hard of hearing, almost deaf, and that her speech, when she talks, is a little hard to understand sometimes. So, I mean, I don't want to just leave her in this situation and in the state of mind that she's in. And she's already got some mental health issues. just because of her situation, because of her being picked on from when she was a child, from her getting bullied and picked on when she was in school, you know, because she was different, because something was wrong with her. She was different than everybody else. And, you know, that's not even the tip of the iceberg, guys, with the story about my mom. She's been through hell and back again, guys, way worse than I have. But that's not here nor there, guys. I'm just letting you guys know and trying to make you guys understand the seriousness of my situation and how much I need your help, guys. I know that you guys are working, and some of you guys that have donated probably got jobs or something and use your money to pay your phone bill, or to pay for your video games, or pay for rent, or pay for whatever. Some of you guys actually do have some responsibilities where you have to pay for things. And I respect that, and I appreciate you guys that donate what you can. Even the ones that can't donate because they don't have a job or they don't have money, I appreciate you guys even more because you guys are supporting me, you're retweeting me, you're watching these videos, you're sharing the videos. I appreciate each and every one of you, don't get me wrong. Some, yes, I do appreciate more than others because they've helped me get farther, or they've, you know, been checking up on me, they've been there for me, they've been supporting me, they've been defending me, and I appreciate that so much, you know, like, there's so many things. I don't want to say I have favorites, because I don't have favorites, but it's like, some people do have a slight more incentive, I care more about a little bit. Just a little bit, though. It's not like I don't care about you guys. I know I'm sounding awful. I don't mean to sound like that, guys. I'm trying to figure out the words I want to say without making myself sound bad, and that, like, some of you guys don't mean nothing to me, and some of you guys do. Realistically, guys, I do care about each and every one of you, and I appreciate all your support. But you guys need to understand, for you guys who are young, who still don't really understand what it's like to live out on your own, to pay rent, to pay for food, pay for your toiletries, to pay for your bathing supplies, to pay for everything on your own. That just moving into an apartment, especially when you live in a rich area and everything's so damn expensive to buy, whether it's an apartment, food, clothes, medicine, so on and so forth. It's really expensive. And like I said, the basic, you know, rooming house, a room with, that means there's no furniture, there's no bed, there's nothing in there. They give, some places do, and that's why they cost more, but the one that cost $800 has nothing in it. It is just a room, a empty cubicle, if you will, where you can sleep on the floor, you can buy your own furniture for it and, you know, decorate it, but essentially it has nothing. And like I said, to move in, it's a month's rent and a month's security, so that's $1,600. Now let's say I want to find another place. Maybe it's like $900. There you go. That's $1,800. Find a different place. $1,000. That's $2,000. I mean, so on and so forth. And an apartment is even more expensive because you get so many more things with an apartment. You get a bedroom. You get a living room. You get a kitchen. You get a bathroom. You know, you get all the necessities. The bathroom is yours. The kitchen is yours. You're not sharing with anyone. In a rooming house, you're sharing the bathroom. And if it has a kitchen, you're sharing the kitchen with like 10 other people. You're sharing the bathroom with like 5 other people. Because usually there's like a bathroom on each floor. Or sometimes, you know, some rooming houses are lucky where maybe you'll have your own bathroom. I don't know, there hasn't been a rooming house I've been in that had its own private bathroom. But guys, I'm just trying to make you understand something and make you realize that I really need your help. I really need your support. And, you know, if you guys can keep sparing it, keep donating $1 a day, guys. $1 a day. $1, you know, a day, $1 an hour, $1 every 5 hours, whatever you guys can spare, please spare it. You know, I know it's wrong of me to be begging and seeking help from kids or from the gaming community. Some people find it to be really wrong and really desperate that I should be going out and getting a job. But what a lot of people don't understand is that it's hard for me to get a job. For 5 years, I was taking care of 2 kids, babies that were not even mine to begin with, that I chose out of my kindness of my heart to take care of these kids because it was part of the woman that I loved and wanted to be with, and I was the stay-at-home father taking care of these 2 little kids, changing their diapers, feeding them, clothing them, bathing them, doing all the stuff, you know, that normal parents do. And meanwhile, the mother was making the money. She was the breadwinner, you know. She did everything. She was taking, you know, she took care of her work. She paid the bills. The only thing she didn't pay for was the cable, internet, and the house phone we used to have. that came out of my own pocket from live streaming, YouTube videos, and other resources, and all that stuff. So, I mean, like, you know, she was the breadwinner, though. She paid for pretty much everything else. She put food on the table. She paid for the electricity, paid for the gas, paid for gas for the car. You know, pretty much paid for everything, really, realistically. And she took care of us while I was taking care of our kids, because the kids grew up and they recognized me as their true father. They don't know their real father. They grew up thinking of me as their true father, as the one that gave them life. But obviously, you know, I didn't. I had no involvement in their conception. But don't get me wrong, I love the kids to death, and I don't regret these 5 years of taking care of them and being there for them, and them growing up to thinking that I'm their father. There's no regret there whatsoever. I'm totally happy with the fact that 2 kids think of me as their father. I always wanted kids of my own or otherwise, and I got the chance to experience that for 5 wonderful years. And it's a wonderful thing, guys, once you experience it. Trust me. Most of you guys think you don't want kids, that kids are a pain in the ass. They are, but in the end, they're really worth it. You fall in love with them. You never want to be apart. But anyway, guys, that's my little rant for the night. I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully with a morning video, since it's technically already morning. But anyway, guys, remember, stay cool, be cool, give respect, and get respect in return. This is Anubis, and I'm out.